Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I have a lot of gist for you today. Remember the last time I told you guys about the terrorists that has been giving Niger, Burkina Faso and Mali nightmare around their border, the border connecting these three countries, okay? If you remember this update. So good thing today, since yesterday, the military from those regions have been pummeling these guys, the terrorists, trying to wipe them off. Trying to wipe them out, because this is not the best time to allow them to grow. Otherwise, they will end up working as a proxy, if they are not even proxy already. So they are trying to reduce the front that they are going to fight in. When I'm talking about the Niger COUP leaders, okay? So they are trying to make sure they don't have more fronts. So they are attacking the little front for now. So today, from yesterday to today, they have launched multiple strikes on those terrorists, and they are dealing with them like back to back, okay? Because this is how this thing works, okay? When the Westerners, they like to use proxies. Just like if you have been following me up, you would remember when I told you guys about how they build up how they use their proxies, okay? Sometimes they use the people that they know that they are ready and they are capable of causing big havoc. You understand? This is what they do. So even if they're not the ones sponsoring these guys, if they are not the ones sponsoring these guys are already trying to prove that they are capable of being given such contract. You understand? So there was an update I gave you guys yesterday. If you watched my content, okay, I told you guys about the volunteers, how the military are trying to round up volunteers, and the military beckoned on their citizens. And if you see the number of their citizens that turned up to be a volunteer, but whether in a military situation or non-military activities, the volunteers were much. And these guys, I don't know if they became scared, because the volunteers seems to be probably everybody in the country, but the women too. So, but supporters of Niger junta were forced on Saturday to halt, which is today, to halt a census of people willing to volunteer for non-military roles in defense against a possible intervention by West African powers, saying they had been overwhelmed by the numbers of people who turned up. Of course. Now, imagine the amount of people you are seeing here. Then, and another country. This is the reason why America is trying to, do a smoke screen, trying to come to the public to make it look like they don't want to fight, they don't want to do anything militarily, because they have seen that these guys have support of their people. So they can't just come to muscle out the power. The only thing they can do now is to use the proxy that they are good. They like to use proxies, and that is what they're gonna do. So, but trust the West, they are very good in this game. So today, something else happened. Some group of alleged Niger citizens that live in Nigeria, in Kano precisely, protested. They started protesting that they want the ousted presidents to be returned back to the seat of power. That is the presidents that they removed, the COUP leaders removed from the seat. So this is probably sponsored, because those guys that are doing this, that say that they are Niger citizens in Nigeria, what job are they doing in Nigeria? If things are so, if their president, the supposed president, was doing something right, they won't be in Nigeria doing what they are doing in Nigeria. We all know, I don't need to say it, so it doesn't look like I am saying any bad thing against them, but we all know that they are not doing something reasonable in Kano State. Okay, so these guys are sponsored. Well, as you can see, So according to reports, Burkina Faso and Mali have deployed combat aircraft to respond to any form of aggression against Niger resulting from ECOWAS. You understand? The two countries had previously warned that any military intervention against Niger would amount to a declaration of war against Burkina Faso and Mali, leading to the withdrawal of Burkina Faso and Mali from ECOWAS. as well as the adoption of self-defense measures in support of the armed forces and the people of Niger. Now you see that they are waiting for the first people to strike, because it seems that these guys already have so many plans in place. Okay, ranging from them sending their fighter jets to Niger, to them still agreeing to help them militarily, then boiling down to Niger calling on their citizens, and a lot of them came out to work as volunteers. Man, when it go happen? When is it going to happen? Because ECOWAS in their meeting said that they won't release a date when they're going to strike, but we should expect their strike. And Ghanaian citizens were against the meeting because it happened in their country, but Ghana military was just carrying their shoulder up. Now, person will never see war before go and fight war. When you see war, when you war for like 6 months, you go even tire yourself. Your fingers go tired to the shoot. I tell you, this say na terrorist matter. This one a country to country. Oh. Any ammunition what you use follow. Nobody send you. You don't understand? Well, are you aware that some days ago, Air France, that is owned by France, suspended flights to Burkina Faso for 5 days, and now that they want to resume flying there, Burkina Faso, the COUP leader said no. He refused. Yeah, because I mean, if you must suspend flying to my country because you think you don't support what is happening in our country, then don't come at all. Why does these guys always think that? Why do they always think that they are so important to Africa? Trust me, Africa is so important to them, because if Africa is not important to them, why do you come to Africa to interfere in what they do, try to install your own government, try to steal from them, try to do everything possible to ruin them? Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Drop your comment and tell me how you feel, okay? I want to hear from you guys, okay? Subscribe, like, and share.